Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a finance reading for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Venus rising, wherever Pisces may fall in your chart or in your environment. Keep in mind, tarot is entertainment. If it doesn't resonate with you, feel free to check other aspects of your chart. Take a look at some of my other videos. In the description box, a lot of information. All right, so if you want to join us on the other side, a link to Patreon. In our members section, we also have the e-store for product services and booking. And right now, for somebody who's lucky, excuse me, while it's still in the community board, super discounted level 1 tarot course availability. So if you've been thinking about tarot and waiting for the right time, it could be it. All right, as we get started, welcome. I do hope that your week has started awesomely. As we celebrate this Monday, Moon Day, Pisces, the moon has moved into Cancer. So if you hadn't checked already, we did a Moon Day reading as usual on Monday. We talked a lot about the moon in Gemini and what that may have meant to some of you and moved into some of that Cancer-y energy. So let's talk about this money though. I shuffled out oracle cards as usual to see where we're going with things. The first card out was the Spark. Okay, second card out is the Dragon's Lair. The number 19 is what I saw. And then the Bone Collector, the number 1. So as they came out into my hand, and we'll see if this changes anything, but intuitively, and I do intuitive quite a bit, but intuitively I saw a spark and I thought about magic. And then I saw the Dragon's Lair as winter. Or, it's cold and we have been talking about the dragon. That's crazy. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's number 1. I wanted to put it first. So it may be for somebody. Let's just read it and see. I like it as the outcome. I don't know why I wanted it first. But we're going to see. We're also going to pull some tarot cards. So stay to the end of the video as we get started if you so choose to. And if you hadn't already, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I do read you guys' comment, and we have a good time in that comment section. So, the first card we have is Spark. You are a clear channel for divine creativity. There's a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Okay, great. Open yourself to manifestation and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. This is a perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin an endeavor. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Ouchie, I like that. Watching a spark turn to a flame and stroking the fire is a gratifying activity. Okay, for coming together. We have the number 19. Dragon's Lair, and I just like 19s, 10s, 28s, 1s, anything to get us back to that 1, right? The Sun's number. So here we have, you are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. So we could be talking about that. Maybe some warnings, maybe something that is out of alignment. Dangerous territory, okay? Because the challenging aspect, it says you're about to enter dangerous territory. So tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you are on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, Pearl is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. So here is, do it. Here's something new. It's, here's that energy. You heard the newness of the spark, but then it talks about caution, excitement, exhilarating, newness, danger. It's like, okay, let's see what that's about. I can't wait to see what these cards lay out for us. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. And I'm so country courage. I ain't gonna even lie to you and tell you where my mind went with this, because I joke. I got friends, associates, and people that I know that are into many things. And how many of you have seen through social media Well, if you're not from the urban, culture, you may not get it. But when my friends post or when I have posts, so what comes first, the baking soda or the water, whatever the thing is, it's like, okay, I'm feeling real risk takey. Okay, I made that up. So anyway, the choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk taking than remaining unchallenged. And ain't that the truth? Because they be riding around in foreign cars and all kind of things, child. New territories are waiting to be discovered, Pisces, is what this book says. So don't mind me. And let's get to this number 1 that I wanted first so badly. And of course, thinking of the Magician, 34 at the beginning. I'm thinking about the number 7, the spark, makes me think of the wands. And so it's like, I don't know if I like the 7 of wands with the Magician, because it talks about resistance of some sort. And then with this dragon's lair, it's like, oh, where are we going with it? So let's see what we got. Number 1, you are whole and have everything you need within. All right. When the bone collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you are fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us, right? We adapt and accept a particular version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation that reminds us of the original event. Sounds like a trigger, don't it? What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by a perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable or expect to be criticized. No matter what your question, the bone collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding, and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the bone collector is your inner resource. Okay, step through vortex. Act as if you have what you need, and you will find you have it after all. Anything is possible with awareness. The wounds of the past need not define you. Okay, how is this so cool? When I listen to this, I think about ancestor. I think about source. I think about your guide, your higher self. She has next to her the Wheel of Fortune, what looks to be a clock, same thing. And it's on 2. It's like 150. I don't know. It's 2 and 10. Okay. So if I thought about 2 10s, and then we have 19, that would be 3 10s. So it's like 10. It's like coding, programming. Okay. I like that. Now, because I'm nosy, I did see Field of Dreams here on the bottom of the deck. And then I saw Talsum. And this, Pisces, is you with like 1 foot on the path and 1 foot on this Talsum. And this Talsum symbol I've seen on the 4 of Pentacles in another deck that talks about inheritances. And notice that she also has tattoos and some things on her back. Okay, with this fish coming down her arm. And this beautiful, beautiful light. So unlike the Hermit, this ain't no warm light. She has this cosmic galactic blue sphere of consciousness right here as her light. Okay, so this is a whole nother type of guidance. And I absolutely love it. So let's see what the tarot cards read. Okay, I think you got the gist, because you are being asked. It's like, I ain't gonna tell you what I'm giving you. I'm telling you what may be required. Okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles. We got the Fool. All right. Here's the Hangman. Let's see. Oh. Okay. I just broke it in half. Ain't even started yet. We have things working, focus, moving forward, change. We have the King and the Queen of Pentacles, which I haven't seen them together in some time. It's been a couple of weeks, ain't it, Pisces, before we had them two together like this, and I kind of like it, okay, for whatever it's worth. The Hierophant, Temperance, Ten of Cups, and then we have the Hangman, the Five of Cups, the Fool, see, abandon, judgment. Look, is it no coincidence that this side and this side are different? Abandonment, rejection, childhood traumas, memories, sadness, losses, focusing on them, feeling stuck, waiting. And then here is the Fool, starting over. It's like maybe somebody even neglecting to finish something that they started, right? Or the Answer, because always the last card is an outcome or advice. It's talking about that courage, that bravery, companionship, Source, because Source takes care of, the children and also the fools. I mean, that's what they say. But anyway, I'm going to stop being nosy. Let me see. We done broke the cards for sure. Let's get them shuffled up. Finances for Pisces. I like to do near future. There we have 4 of Pentacles, 10 Pentacles, 2 Wands, Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Cups. I see the 3 of Pentacles. I see your conscience messing with you. Is it right or wrong, true or false, good or bad? Should I? And then we have the Page, which talks about paying attention to the details. It also talks about progress and newness, your habits. The Page is also the trust fund baby, the one that has inherited. So the current situation, along with this Talisman card we just talked about, is those maybe those 4 of Pentacles, maybe outside of something. Because the story was to see that you have all that you need. And it talked about wholeness. And as I reflect on this 4 of Pentacles, which is different from the one I kind of told you guys about, here we have 2 at the feet, as above, so below, wrapped in his arms, and 1 on the crown. She had the yin and the yang on her path. Okay? The 2 of Pentacles for me talks about change, being busy, building momentum, coming over financial embarrassment or fear of it, holding on too tightly. See, I had to learn and not do this, and you never know if you right or wrong until, if you anything like me, child. I think that's why we become what looks like gurus and smart, and it ain't that. It's just that we do a lot. We make a lot of decisions. I don't want to say we make a lot of mistakes, but let's just say we do a lot. Or we do a lot over and over and over and over again. Okay? But I feel that holding on too tightly and understanding that you'll have what you need could be responsible to some. Right? It does. It does sound responsible. Like, okay, I got $10,000 and I know what I want is like $50,000. Right? So I'm going to hold on to this 10 and be in the energy of being 40,000 short, right? I ain't buying nothing. I'm suffering. I'm afraid. I'm scared. And you don't need that 50,000 for another whenever. You don't need it like right now, today. And so missing out on the moment. The Emperor is trying to protect my coins, okay? Trying to protect those coins. And it's like, at what cost? Or like, what do you actually need right now? Why are you holding on to it? Do you fear someone taking it? Do you fear a later moment that hasn't happened, not having enough? And if so, if that is triggered due to past experiences, like I said, there goes those catch-22s where you don't want to be in a certain position again, but at the same time, not enjoying the moment and kind of living in fear. So, may not be for everybody, right? Because y'all know how I do. If we were to just be mundane in general and talk about this Four of Pentacles outside of the inheritance or holding on too tightly to something, which I'm sure you hear a great deal of, okay? Our little Four of Pentacles could talk about more. I think about the card before and after it. So we have 3 Pentacles before, we have 5 Pentacles afterwards. So it could talk about getting what you're asking for. I mean, maybe you got what you're asking for and hold on to it. You appreciate it. Receiving help, beginning a new business, successful apprenticeship, right? And that leads to a financial windfall, an inheritance, fear over money matters for some that may be unwarranted. For everybody, I say for some, not everyone has fear behind finances. And then also there are some that don't even know they have a fear, because it's like, nah, I'm a hustler. Now it's just to go get a little rat that goes out and remember we talked about the ant and how the ant prepared for winter by, doing a lot of hard work beforehand. And then when the winter came and things were kind of low for everybody else, the ant was prepared, which the Page of Pentacles does talk about preparation, potential, paying attention to the details, not missing nothing, habits. I think about every day, my day to day, my tomorrow, right? So I like that story of the ant becoming prepared and saving. I do like that. However, looking at them oracle cards, and that's why I do it, because the cards can mean so many things, but it's like, what do they mean today? The cards that we read from that deck talked about holding on out of fear. Like, I don't know, like I talked about Baby, the CEO of the rapper, that said he put TVs in all of the rooms in his house because he didn't have TVs when he was little. See what I'm saying? Anywho, could talk about hugs and stuff too. I don't know. But I don't know what hugging got to do with your finances, unless, honey, it's somebody that, y'all talking about these domestic issues and being annoyed with partners or partnerships, not working so well. If we're talking about shadow energy of the Four of Pentacles, it could be a little bit of a jealous kind of thing. And finances will cause a divorce or two, right? Now, the Page of Pentacles in shadow could also talk about delays, as well as the Four of Pentacles. Okay? So let's see. Where the Ten of Pentacles talks about structure, the Four of Pentacles does not have that. Because here we have the Queen and the King of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles with the Lovers. The King of Pentacles is wisdom. The Lovers represents the North Node, your path, a separation of the feminine and masculine energy. So if I thought about the Emperor and the Empress, where the Emperor has the creative, nurturing, take care of energy of this moon in Cancer, and the Emperor could be sucking up that Mars and Taurus energy that we have going on, which talks about stability, control, authority, and the King of Pentacles is sitting here for me, giving me vibes of bringing something together that balances everything out. The Ten of Pentacles also is a dope ass card in a finance reading that talks about wealth, but it's coming up in a challenging position. So for some of you, if it is your health, because Ten of Pentacles is my health card too, then that takes us back to the fears and anxiety. Now, if some people say, am I inheriting wealth, honey, that's going to put me on my path? Yes. When? Well, when will things come together is what somebody's asking, or what is it, the $1 million question is. Okay, well, we'll take a couple of clarifiers to see. But I do see that, yes, you, as you go along your path, because of others around you, before you, I don't know, whatever you need, the Emperor has people, okay? May have grown, I know you may not have grown up with an nanny or whatever, but I'm just talking about this energy of, there's people, I don't want to say obligated, but there's You know, it's in the stalls, honey. It's written in the stalls. It's the emperor got some help. How about that? I like the number 14. The 14 does talk about towers, right? That is the tower card, and we got 14 pentacles here. So stability and instability could be a factor, a fear, or something, right? We have the spark in the oracle card, which I mentioned to be a wand of some sort. And so now we have two wands. Like I've turned my back on this one thing, or I've taken the idea and put foot forward toward seeing the world as my oyster, right? So I think about the world card and completion, and we did have, didn't I see it? I saw a 21 in here. I think it was like magical fields or something. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, it would have been the next card on the bottom of the deck after whatever was on the bottom. Oh, I think I showed y'all that. Didn't it say Field of Dreams? There's 21, right? And so the Field of Dreams could talk about the dreams that you've had, the dreams that you're having, or the dreams that you have. And let's just see. Y'all got something to do? I want to see. And now we got two tens crossing again, for whatever reason, and we have 3 and 4 again. So don't listen to me. I don't be talking about nothing. I'm just looking with y'all. I know y'all sitting right there in y'all chairs thinking of things, right? A lot of y'all read too. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. Our Page of Pentacles is that potential. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs are engaging. Okay, so your fears and anxiety, they're not they ain't voided. So if we are co-creating, little magicians, then your fears and anxieties are also. Okay, now for my fools out there, for my others that may be, more of. You may be known more for your Page of Cups energy than your Page of Pentacle energy, perhaps. Because the Page of Cups is the dreamer, the risk taker. Now, they daydream like in blank-ass consciousness. They don't think. So I just want to separate that. Like the Page of Cups and like the Page of Swords, when you pride yourself on your imagination and dreaming, that's cool, but you're not actually thinking it to be true or seeing yourself doing it. You just kind of like floating in the possibility. So be mindful of that. But this is a perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. And see, I saw the bone collector as the gentle gardener in a sense. Okay? Because to me, the gentle gardener, well, they're all different. Source has these multiple personalities that resonate with us depending on where we are. I do not feel that they are different entities, as most people throughout history have given them names. And so you may have different deities and goddesses and situations that you call on for different reasons. And then here I am with none of their experience or pedigree saying that's Source and Source personalities, because the gentle gardener and the bone collector, I saw Source in both of those cards. Okay, so anyway, be clear about your thoughts, your feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on the best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions. All of these cards are saying the same thing. So it may not have been perfect, and there is definitely something that you're anxious or have anxiety about. So these cards are saying to it's kind of like if Fake It Till You Make It had a tarot reading. These cards say it's kind of safe to do that. Okay? I don't know where you are in your journey, because I've done that and then was looking like, what the fuck? Where was the, you know what I'm saying? It was like, am I getting punked? Where's Ashton Kutcher? Like, I believed, you told me to believe. I jumped off the motherfucking cliff and nobody caught me. I've had that moment. But there are no what the fuck cards here. And what I appreciate, instead of my 3 of Wands, what the fuck card, I got the 2 of Wands. They're saying, do it. Think it. Feel it, believe it, see it. Do it. Because the Wheel of Fortune may go in your favor. And you may be celebrating this 10 of Pentacles. And it also says that it's coming together. Stability is coming together. Now, if you've been using these energies that have been going back and forth with where you see yourself at now, what you thought you were supposed to been doing, what people say we're supposed to be doing, what happened to you as a child and how you've become an adult, all those things that I think Pisces normally deal with, these transits are pushing it in us all, right? And if you question that, the cards say that timing, fate, destiny, all of Source's personalities here, which some people call angels, archangels, ascended masters, and ancestors. But it just talks about timing. I did see the Justice card with the King of Cups, and my eyes gravitated toward this justice-like energy with this sword here, which is like, where do I point, you know? And there's the as above, so below. So I'm thinking of the crown chakra. Now I'm thinking of the root chakra and the serpent, which I've never pointed out in this card, which is a part of that 10 of Pentacles for me. Your health. Your health is a bigger concern. Your happiness. So, yoga, meditation, you know, relaxation, because if you notice, the moon phase also talked about relaxing and recovery of some sort. All right. Now, where for some of us this could be inner body, others of us this is mentally, right? You don't just change overnight out of nowhere, and realize over time. People may say that you've grown. You may notice that you've grown, but one night you went to sleep, something happened, you woke up different, and you noticed it a little later. And other people notice it a little later. And if these are the times when, you know, we're being groomed and worked on by the cosmos and through Source, then if it says recover and rest and reflect, then do that. If it says the timing and the Wheel of Fortune may fall in your fate, then believe that. And if the advice card is to see the world as your oyster, try a different approach. Go on that path. Because some of you have figured out that something else don't work. Maybe frustration doesn't work. Maybe you aren't in control of everything. Okay? And it's like okay to accept that. You've surrendered to the divine. You're not surrendering to your parents or your boss, because these cards would have went a different way. Right? They would have said a different thing. Even though the Empress energy in that 4 of Pentacles is here, and somebody may be going their own way, away from what controls them. Could be. Now let's get a clarifier for the Emperor. So I was right. And it's like, why you say that? How you know? Well, because I got the Sun card and the Fool card, and both of those, again, more of Source, multiple personalities. We have another 6 that comes up. So we have a 6 and a 4, and that's 10. We have the Sun card, which is 19, and that's 10. And we have 0 in the subconscious. And all of these are related to paths. Look at that. The Fool card is on its path and following its guide. Your guide is not a mere angel of some sort. Your guide is Source, right? All right. And then I mean, this is kind of inappropriate. I don't know if you and Source will be making out like this, but I got the Fool and his companion, and then I still have you and a companion. So if it's just generally speaking, as this isn't a love reading, but I am somewhat turned on by it. This is still all that you need. Harmony. I was going to say harmoniously, but harmony and balance, risk, courage, you know, enlightenment, answers, abundance, happiness, your true north, your soul star, you know, what you came here for, what you really want. Is what I got. I know you may have got something from that too. Stars at the bottom. Cool. What are these? I got the Magician. And I have more duality. right? Just like the Lovers, the Strength card gives me duality vibes too. So let's see. The Three of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, where, like I said, your health, your visions. See? Now you got two eyes, like the owl. And some of you guys are being released from the past, okay? The things that didn't work out, the relationships that didn't work, the circumstances and situations that didn't work, all right? Your guide, for some of you, also says that you may not be on path, because I got the Eight of Cups and I saw the Six of Swords in the reverse with the Two of Swords behind it. They could talk about your choices. And then, because I know a little bit of hoodoo history, I got two devils here at the bottom of these Wheel of Fortunes. And I know that some of my Southerners, Cajun folk, would see the Two of Swords as the crossroads. And the crossroad is definitely where, some of those energies and deities play, which unfortunately is also a source. And I have sat down and asked, why do you do that? Is it necessary? Like, it don't make no sense. And people think God is one thing and the devil is one thing, but think there's one source. Yeah. That's something you can sit down and think about before you go to bed. I don't know. Just me. However, I see that for some, because everybody ain't doing right, even though I be wanting us to, and I tell this one-sided story. And some of you claim it, and others of you, I don't feel it. Oh, look, I didn't even do this. I need to keep my hands up here so you can see. The Four of, are those the ones? Okay. So those of us that are battling and holding on too tightly and waiting, over analyzing things, about the past and what happened to you and how it's always worked and what you're supposed to have and where you're supposed to be and what the fuck world owes you. They owe me because I am the divine child with this Ten of Pentacles and these Ten of Cups. And we're back at the spark. So source is like, shut up. Okay, that's enough. Because usually the card that I start with, if it comes back up again, that is your cutoff. But you got the Page of Wands that I feel is asking you to be more optimistic, because your optimism and your energy just may work this time around, Pisces. But you got to take action. You can't wait. There's no perfect moment. There's no perfect way. I've done it. I was like, gosh, man, reading cards, the money is not law firm-ish. And at some points, and I have said, and I don't retract it, that I have made more money making candles, lotions, t-shirts than I made managing a law firm. That is true. However, it may not be as consistent as a corporate job. And because of that, you may move. You may be up, you may be down, you may be all the way around. And if you're me, okay, with all of your expertise and greatness, you could sit and say, well, goddamn, if I'm as awesome as I say I am, then why am I where I'm at? And then it was an asshole who said that to me once too, and I never forgot it, which these cards specifically said, don't pay attention to that, Pisces. But he did. I dated a guy and he was like, if you all that, because I made him feel beneath me and I didn't try to, maybe I did. I don't know. It's old. But he did say that. He was like, if you all that, then why are you with me? Or why are you in the same position I'm in if you all that? And that's a question. That's a decent question to ask. Like, okay, let me take a step back. Why the fuck am I right here? Right? And so that can either propel you forward in these two wands or take you down in those Five of Cups. And these cards said to not go Five of Cups with it. To just get where you're going and see that you are that you're already there. And know that what I was getting to before I cut myself off, superstars, famous people, rich people, wealthy people, engineers, inventors, geniuses, they ain't at home. A lot of them don't have family, don't take care of their kids. They got nannies, but they're not really at home. They're either always at work, they're always traveling. So if I say, hey, I'm always traveling, it's not a lot of consistencies, woe is me. And then I sit and think of those same people who motivate me, and I think about their lives, and they move a lot and they travel a lot, and they don't do this and they don't have that. And I've never heard one of them say, oh, I just bet to borrow my friends. Or I'm not saying all of them are single, but most of them talk about their work or how they accomplish it's always their accomplishments. They don't ever talk about shit else, right? So here you are sitting there with the same things that they don't have, wanting what they do have, and all they have is what they focused on. So watch what you focus on, Pisces. Until next time, namaste.